Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Scottish Disney Cars Collector YouTube channel. And today we're going to be taking a look at this. The Rust-eze, I guess it's meant to be Rust-eze, Race Ready Car Wash, I think that's what it's called, from this year, end of last year. Should have probably done a bit more research before I started recording the video, but anyway, yes. First of all, I just want to say apologies, I've got the flash on. It's that time of the year in the UK again where we, get darker weather. We're now in October, so clocks will be going back for us soon, which means in a few weeks' time, when it hits this time, it'll be pitch black outside, which I hate this time of year, but don't get me wrong, I love it in the summer when we have bright, sunny daylight until like 9 o'clock, half 9 at night, but it's a horrible point in the UK for the weather when it's like fucking 4 p.m. and, it's just pitch black outside, but yeah. That is just how we do things here. And the weather's getting shitter as well, so that does not help my lighting in the slightest, because I usually have natural daylight. I would put the big light on, but it probably just overwhelm me. So I think the flash is better, because I can look down and it's not shining in my face. So, plus, I think you will get to see like the shifts of these a lot better anyway, so... so I've brought down some colour changers. They're the new Race and Rescue ones. I've just found all these last week. I have them all apart from Sheriff. I just thought they'd be the more fun ones to do for this video, but also it means I can actually review them, because I don't have tons to say about them, but they are cool. I do really like them a lot. McQueen's already shifted in my hand. They're already in their warm colours. This I was trying to keep in the blue. Just I think that's fucking stupid. It should have been the other way around. But got them last week. I also picked up Snot Rod the same day, and then I got Sarge the following day. Not as exciting, but there were ones I was after for a while. And we got GRC McQueen purely because he's just been laying about the place, and he was already in there. So yeah, just want to quickly say, this set is not complete, unfortunately. The big obvious thing that's probably missing to use is, of course, the Lightning McQueen it comes with. I just watched Docket's review of this set today, and it's a really cool version where it's basically like kind of like Dinoco to Rust-eze, and it's because he's got the Cars 1 decal, so it's quite perfect in that sense. But yeah, it's got this really cool light blue color. Not as light as this; it's a bit more darker. But yeah, basically it's like a sort of like Dinoco blue Lightning McQueen to his classic red. Anyway, wasn't too fussed about that. However, I didn't know this until I watched Docket's review. I am also missing a piece at the back of here, which is this sort of green flag that should be poking out here. But it's so minor, it doesn't affect the set in any sort of way that I'm really not that fussed. I didn't even notice it first when I bought this, and I got this nearly 2 weeks ago now, so... so, the fact I've gone 2 weeks without noticing that, yeah, it really goes to show how insignificant something like that is to me. Because it doesn't affect the set. Because I really wanted this when it came out and that, and when it got announced and stuff. I thought, oh, that looks really cool, actually. It's very basic in what it does. It's literally you just shift the car from one place to the side and dunk some water. But it's the design of it I really like. I love the piston cup and the Rust-eze bolts. We'll go over all the detail on that in a minute. But I just want to say this right now. This is not something I would have paid £30 for. Absolutely no fucking way. To me, it's not worth that. I know you get a McQueen with it, so it's already like a tenner added on, but even at 20, it's just not, that's not what I would have paid. So I found this at a market, the Barras Market in Glasgow, for £15, half price. And it came with a very early Thailand Lightning McQueen diecast. I noticed an early one because it doesn't have the punch holes for Mater. It's just your classic Cars 1 Lightning McQueen. It was nothing special, but it was sitting in there. I guess you thought it went with it, the person who sold me it. Also came with one of those radio control McQueens that you see a lot from Jada nowadays. I don't think she meant to put it in the bag, but I think I got that as a freebie, so don't know what I'll do with that. But this is the main piece that we want to talk about. But yeah, so I'm glad I got this for half price. There's no fucking way I would have paid $29.99 for this. It's definitely not worth that to me. So, but I did want it because I think it looks really cool. I think it's going to be a great display piece eventually. But yeah, we'll go over the detail on that in a second. I don't have the box or the instructions or anything like that. It was already all put together. Though I have to say, even if I didn't have the instructions, it wouldn't take that much to figure it out. It's pretty easy to put together, I imagine. But yeah, I don't have hot or cold water in here yet. Obviously, I've just tipped it over and there's nothing. I will pause the video after I've gone over the detail of the set and that, and then I will go and get hot and cold water. It's just so obviously they're more fresher and it's going to work better for the colour changing of the car. So the ice doesn't melt by the time I get round to doing this, and the hot water's not cooled down. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, some colour changes we're going to play with. But we'll get them out of the way first. Because I will talk about them when I'm actually going through them. You know, as in changing them back to back. That's a nice wee line-up, isn't it? Right, so the set itself. Now, this is kind of a reuse. Well, I thought it was a reuse, but I went back and looked at it and I was like, that's actually quite a bit different. But it has the same principle. There was a Dynaco car wash they done a good couple of years ago. I think it was the end of 2021. And that had an exclusive McQueen that changed from blue to black. It was pretty cool. And I remember seeing that set on store shelves actually when I first got back into cars. I didn't bother buying it because I wasn't too interested at that point. Now I wish I do got it. But basically, when this got announced, I was like, this is a reuse or something. Sat Dynaco car wash, and I went and looked at the pictures again to remind myself, and it is similar, but it's not the exact same thing. It's got the same principle, but they are quite different in design. But yeah, I mean the detail. Well, you know, I don't know what way I should do this, but we'll start from up here. Okay, so we've got a piston cup, which is basically your dunk sort of thing, and there's water that's going to go down here for the holes and basically colour change your car. So that's pretty cool. Do you know what, actually I should have started from over here. Right, here's the entrance. It's missing a green flag. You can connect these to other sets, obviously. Cool sticker of Lightning McQueen with blue around them. Quite like how that looks. Nice details of how a car wash would look. These people kept saying were sprayers or like grabbers. I think it's meant to be water. Like the water's getting like psh onto them. Yeah. And of course they move in and out and stuff and reset themselves. But basically the idea is, you know, you would get your car, roll them up in there, go for the water, sit on there, and now we can actually go over on this side. So yeah, as I said, piston cup at the top is your dunk. That's going to go through there, and you're going to move the car up and shift it back and forth while rocking it from side to side. And what I really like about this set, probably my favourite part of it, is if you move this up. Now, you can't escape because this keeps folding down. This yellow piece just sitting right there, right? What you do is that unlocks it, brings the flap down in front of the car on the bed, and they can go. I really like that. I think that's pretty cool. It's an interesting lock mechanism. See the way they both shift at the same time? Really like that. So unique. Basically your car. What's convenient as well is it won't go fully. It will actually kind of get stuck here. I can't imagine how this is going to go down with red. Aye, he'll stop on these tracks. Can he fit through? Yeah, he can. So the drying aspect of this will probably work a lot better. But yeah, the car will get stuck, which I think is a good thing, because if a kid's playing with this on a table, it's not going to roll away, obviously. It will just stop it in its tracks. So I like that. I think that's a good part of design, actually. But yeah, these are just sort of cheap foam, soft rubber things. Don't know if they'll actually work that well, but we'll find out. And on the side, you've just got a medicated Rusty's bumper ointment, rear end formula sign. 95. Yeah, got to be 95 on the sign as well, which is on the other side. Hang on. Yeah, it is. God. They really didn't have to put it on either side, but they did. That's really nice, that. Thankfully, I didn't have to fucking apply the stickers to this because it was already all made up. So that's a relief, because I hate putting stickers on these sets, because the set's so easy to put together. It takes like a good like 5-10 minutes, and then this takes like another 10 minutes. It's just, oh, hate doing it every time. But yeah, so another sign there. Basically, your car comes out of there. And then the front detail, well, again, we've already gone over that. You got Lightning McQueen from red to blue, water splashing, rusty sign, pretty cool. I really love these transparent yellow lightning bolts. I think that's such a cool part of design, and how like they're the main support struts for the set. Wonderfully executed design. This is that and that are my favourite part of the set. I just think it's really well presented and just looks fantastic. I love this clear side view as well, with these sort of bubbles, which are sculpted and raised. They're not like flat stickers. They're actually, you can run your finger through them and feel them. What they could have done was had them be an insert, so they'd be inside the plastic, obviously, but now they're sculpted out. I don't mind that. They're pretty cool. Little rusty sign, and obviously this is your little slider. And if you come down here, there's your trays. So if you don't want to, keep refilling this and rotting back and forth, you can also just take your car and keep dunking from side to side, which we will do when I actually go and get water. But yeah, it's the same trays they always include in every single one of these sets. I think these are the exact same trays that were in the Whale Wash car wash set, which I should really take a look at. But again, this set is very similar in terms of that. It's just more the whale detail I'll be going over. I should have reviewed that one first because I think it's the better set, but that's been put away. I've got this one sitting out and wanted to review it before again I put this one away. So but yeah, the exact same trays. The Mac mobile shop had a similar thing last year, but they were more sort of like dunk tanks, kind of like that you could obviously, put your car in. I suppose you could dunk your car up in here as well if you wanted to, actually, but yeah, it's, similar in principle, basically. I'll just slide them back in, and if we come around to the other side, nothing really there. Pretty bare, custom sculpted on the side. The one thing I forgot to mention, I cannot believe this, is just because I cannot see it from the angle I'm sitting at. There's this great big 95 in the back, which again I think looks absolutely fantastic. It's like the sort of big sign ones you see in the Rusty's Racing Centre and Cars 3. But yeah, I love that. Really beautiful pieces. A lot of nice pieces to this. These trays and the bubbles, lightning bolts, the piston cup and the 95. See, I think it's a really well put together and detailed and well executed set. It just doesn't do a lot, and that's the reason why I would not have paid the £30 for it. So yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much the detail. Obviously, I don't have a Lightning McQueen colour changer to go over, but I will go and fill up the water tanks here, and we can start colour changing them and have some fun. I'll put down a towel as well because it's going to get messy. See you in a moment. Right, guys, I am back. It was quite a faff colour changing this, I have to be honest. Well, not colour changing it. Right, let's try that again. I am back. Sorry that I paused there. I realised I probably should have had a drink of water. But yeah, anyway. So I've been away faffing about with water there for about 20 fucking minutes. I'm not kidding. That is filled with hot water. Cold hot water here. Just gonna jump straight into it. I've already tested them, and the colour shift is really good. There's a lot of ice in this. This is really nice and cold. The warm water is starting to cool off, unfortunately. Hopefully it still works quite well. But we'll get into that dunk tank feature very soon. But yeah, obviously putting a lot of ice in here, staying colder for longer. Warm water just goes to room temperature, unfortunately. So hopefully they still change well, because I was doing a bit of a shift around and they look fantastic. So I done this first though, so I don't know how well that's going to work. But obviously, if it's fine. We can always stick cold water in there. That's why I've put this pink towel down, just in, for the mess I'm probably about to create. So yeah, let's jump into it very quickly. Sorry I sound disorientated, it's because I am. So yeah, Right, we'll do McQueen first. So he has in his warm water colour. At the moment, it's still quite warm. That's good. There we go. He's not a pure red, but still a decent red. Do like him. However, stick him in the cold. See, this is how cold that is. Look at the shift. It was so seamless there. Oh yeah. This looks fantastic, I think. Are the drips going to work on them? No. Love the dark blue on this guy. This is kind of my review of these as well, because I wouldn't really dedicate a whole video to these, so just getting them out of the way, but I love the dark blue on this. It's so well done, I think. He looks like one of those classic, like 1950s, like cop cars. That's why I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, he's already changing in my hand, but yeah, really love the dark blue on this guy a lot. Mater. Definitely warm water. And I've realised with him in red, you really need stifling cold water for these to change properly. Again, see how seamless that is. He's got a bit of ice in his trunk there. Okay, that is how this guy should show up for most people, because I know a lot of people who've got theirs are saying, oh, it's not changing properly, it's a rubbish colour changer, it's cheap plastic, meh, 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 meh. No, you just really need stifling cold water for this to actually shift properly. It's not a pure red, it is a cherry red, but I have to say it looks a lot better than when I was trying it the other week. I'll tell you that right now. He looks really good, I think. He's definitely my favourite. No, I think red's my favourite actually, but I do like this guy a lot. Very nice. You can do a bit of, you know, a half and half action if you want. Like that. And maybe we could get some in the back. There you go. Something like that. Red. Big Boxy Deluxe as a colour changer. Fucking love it. I cannot believe we got red as a colour changer. And he's on the exact same scale as the other one, which is amazing. There we go. See, that's more of a pure red. That looks fantastic, I think. Just comparing that. Yeah, Mater's definitely a lot darker. Maybe even do this. Wild colour. There you go. He's definitely my favourite of them. The red looks so fantastic on him. Then we'll do a less exciting one. Sarge. Just go straight for the cold water. See, that's how cold this is. Just a straight up shift. Not the most exciting one in the world, but you know, interesting dark brown. I think it doesn't help though, you can still see his original colour in the bottom, but it's alright. It's no wonder I've been putting them off for years. You know, but it is very unusual light green. GRC McQueen. Who again, like Mater, is, you know, he's not a pure red. That's the problem. I mean, you can just get, he's a very faint red. Mater's a more cherry red, and red is definitely a pure red. Yeah, that's the problem. But it is obviously just because, yeah, that's changing. Ooh. Nah, it's because of the light blue underneath. I think that's the problem with it, but this guy still looks really cool, I think. And Snot Rod. White to orange. I love it. Absolutely love it. I think this is a great colour changer. Such a weird shift, I think. But again, he's a really nice pure orange. If we don't come in here. See, it's not a pure white, but it was a hair of mine. It's not a pure white, it's a more cream colour, but it still looks really nice, I think. But yeah, just thought I'd quickly show the shifts between them. I really like them all. Sarge's probably my least favourite, but I really love that red. Right, let's have some colour changing fun, shall we? So, I'm going to use Race and Rescue McQueen for this. We shall keep him in that dark blue colour. So obviously the idea is, you roll your car up in here. Go for the little water sprayers. And basically, doing this one-handed is not the best idea, but it's what I have to work with at the moment. Move them up. And just slowly dunk. Oh, yeah, he is changing, look at that. Ah, so cool. Release them. Get them all dried up. Can't imagine these work too well, but you know. And well, there you go. Not a crazy new paint job, but a blue in the front of them. But yeah, you get the idea. Try Snot Rod next, I think. Put them back in these cold colour. Try to do this as a dash sprinkle so you know he doesn't get fully covered. Again, dry him up. Oh, by the way, guys, I do have Cal Weathers and Cafe Copter secured, so a review of them coming soon. The Race and Rescue ones, obviously. Just thought I'd mention it. Oh my god, he's got really pink eyes. What the hell? Yeah, really didn't catch him in the back, but there you go. Some funky shift that is, isn't it? We'll do Sarge next. I'm glad both of these waters are really holding up. Attention! Sorry, I had to touch my nose there. Sorry if this video seems really slow, by the way, guys, but doing it handheld is not ideal, I know that, but I don't have a choice. Oh, look how much the bubbles are camouflaging into that. That's pretty cool. I'll do a slight sprinkle. There we go. Oh, Sarge actually managed to go all the way through. I guess it depends on the thickness of the cars, but even though Sarge is taller, he's thinner. So, again, didn't really catch him in the back. Right, before we run out of this hot water, because there's not too much of it left, I really want to give Red a go with this. He looks so fucking good in that pure red. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I want to see if he fits. That's what I'm curious about. Oh my god, no way. Like, he's boxy, but he just fits. Let's make sure he's on there. Ah! Ah, fuck, he's escaping. Oh god, he's that heavy, he's pulling down the fucking flap. There we go. Right, place him centre, and we'll just dunk the rest of this. There you go, he's slightly changed. Slightly changed. Let's see if he can break free. I want to break free. Well, he got stuck obviously, but yeah. Just dry them off as much as I can. There you go. That turned out the best out of all of them. There's a really funky, weird different shift for Red. There you go. Still mostly okay in the front, but yeah, I did get him in the back, didn't it? Loved that. I think that's really cool, actually. Really fucking cool. Maybe I didn't get a turn, obviously. Is he the only one? Nah, GRC McQueen didn't either. Now we'll change this back. You know what, we'll change them all back to their warm colours, because I'm gonna put cold water in here in a moment, which I think probably will work better. I kind of want to keep red like that, so I'll leave them like that. But yeah. Right, I'll try and fill this up with cold water on camera. In fact, I don't think it's going to work. Hold on. Do you know what? I need to do this on camera because I don't have a flash on at the moment. It's too dark and I can't see. I was going to say some ice in here would be nice, but it's mostly fucking melted. I guess you could do this as well if you want to refill your tray. Just so we have enough. Alright, let's try it with this. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry everyone, this video is a bit of a slower paced one, but that's how we roll sometimes here, taking our time with it. Yeah, that is still pretty reasonably cold. So, alright, let's go. We'll do Mater first. Oh wow, it actually worked. Brilliant. There you go, there's a new funky colour shift from Mater. I do really like this a lot. I like all the Racing Rescue ones, to be honest. I'm sick of people complaining about them. That's a thought. Could we get 2 cars done at the same time? I doubt it. I'm guessing you could also set the trays underneath there to try and catch the water. Which, you know, probably would have been handy doing this actually, but anyway. That's why I put a towel down, but then there you go. Red spoiler, bit of red on the front. What more could you ask for from Mr. McQueenie? Right, we'll do one more and I think we'll call it a day there because I need to go and pee. So, but we're also nearly out of cold water up there. So, let's do red. Or do I want to do red actually? Debating here, guys, debating. Actually, do you know what? We'll do Snot Rod. Because I think there'll be enough water to actually reach the surface area on him. Oh, just threw him back at me. I don't think that done anything, but anyway. See, there was so little in there. You know, kind of a smudge paint job for him, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there because I need to go and pee. But yeah, that is my review of the Rust-eze Ready Race Car Wash, I guess you can call it that. It's a nice little set. Granted, it doesn't do a lot. You just slide that back and forth and dump the piston cup, and you've got your little tanks. And I'm going to change all these afterwards. But I still appreciate the I still appreciate the the gimmick and the idea behind it. You know, it's quite a nice little set, and I really like the dryers at the end there as well. But apart from that, it doesn't really have much going for it. You know, it's not something I would have paid the £30 for, as I said. But would I pay that for it? No, I would probably try and get it for 20 or even half price, to be honest. I wouldn't pay the 30 quid for this. But it's a display piece I want it for. A really nice, cool wee display piece for my colour changers. So, yeah, pretty much going to wrap it up there. Just change my queen back a bit for the thumbnail. Get them in some... God, Sarge has like a slit stripe there. You know, get them in some crazy colours for the thumbnail. Oh, there you go. Quite the mix up there, eh? Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.